Kidney disease is so prevalent, and as we know, it does not discriminate. It affects men, it affects women, it affects children. In a moment, you are going to hear the almost unfathomable story of someone whose life nearly ended as a result of his kidney disease. You'll hear the story of Feji Francis and his transplant journey. While this video plays, and perhaps for just a moment or two after, I would ask that you sit and reflect on Feji's bravery, his family's agony, and a donor's unimaginable generosity. It is with those thoughts in mind that we will ask for your support, and your generous gifts will fuel NKF's life-saving programs, including the Big Ask, the Big Give Living Organ Donation Education Initiative, Keep Healthy screenings that test the risk of kidney disease, NKF Peers Patient Mentoring and Support Program, and Drive for Dialysis. Folks, in a year where the need for your generosity simply cannot be overstated, we are aiming to raise $25,000 to support NKF's programs, and I am confident we can make that happen. Any gift you choose to make is a true investment in helping the 37 million people like Feji, the countless family members whose lives are turned upside down, and the truly, truly remarkable donors who are affected by chronic kidney disease. As I mentioned, if you already pre-registered, you should be receiving a link to the site now. If not, please make sure right now you text Eve of Giving, one word, no spaces, to 76278. Eve of Giving, 76278. With all of that in mind, and candidly, because my words possibly cannot do his story justice, I give you Feji Francis and his journey to transplant.
My name is David and I'm 10 years old.
Hi, I'm Feji.
I'm Aviva, I'm 6 years old.
Hi, I'm Amy, and we're Team
Federalicious.
It's like a long journey. I've been feeling ill, not knowing that I was ill for a few years. So in January 2018, the knee pain was so bad, I literally took off from work, and Amy pretty much made me go to the doctor. I did blood work. Next morning, I felt good enough to go to work, so I did. The nurse from the doctor's office calls me and says, hey, you need to go to the ER right now because your kidneys are failing and we don't know why. I went to the ER. They were actually ready for me, and they looked at my blood result that my doctor had sent it to them, and they were like, something doesn't seem right. And they did them again, and my numbers were even worse. In the evening, the nephrologist comes, says, hey, sorry to tell you, you have something called polycystic kidney, and unfortunately, you are at stage 5 of the kidney disease, and only option that we have is to go on dialysis. You feel normal one day, and next day you're saying you have to go on dialysis. I'm like, I can't even comprehend. I couldn't even comprehend what that meant. You are a little scared. You don't know. I have little kids.
After the reaction at the hospital, one of the things that I did right away was just start to do research on dialysis. And we also did what we could to make our home feel not like a hospital.
I could not wait to get out of the hospital because in my mind, if you are out of the hospital, you are actually on the way to recovery. Even though knowing that the dialysis is my foreseeable future, the option of the PD dialysis was the best option for me and my family. You have this life-changing event that happens to you, unknowing to you, and you are, at least for me, I was not mentally prepared for it at all because I was completely blindsided. Amy is truly my angel. I want to thank, with her support, her taking it bull by the horn, and my kids completely understanding that I have to go through this journey, I don't think it would be possible.
So while Feji was going through his dialysis and kind of coming to terms with it, one of the resources that came through the mail was the National Kidney Foundation. And of course, we've all heard of that foundation before. But this time it really resonated with us. So I read up on what the National Kidney Foundation's mission is, and we wanted to participate. I think the biggest thing that was important to us was that the awareness initiative. We were blindsided by what was happening with Feji, and the least we could do would be to share his story and to help spread that awareness.
The amount of support that we got for the kidney walk and the NKF was overwhelming. I felt like, hey, first of all, how am I so lucky? What did I do to feel loved so much? But the support that NKF, Andrea, and everybody who was through the process was amazing. The resources that you don't even think you need are available to you.
And we wanted to give back. So when we created our Team Fejilicious, we made our t-shirts, we told people when the date was. We did not expect over 100 people to show up that day.
I work for Citizens Bank. I'm a branch manager. My work has been tremendously supportive. They came out for the kidney walk. They all bought the shirt. Everybody donated. I think there was like almost 20, 30 people from my work itself who showed up. And they had when I say 100%, my back, they were supporting me 100%. So finding a donor, obviously, my mom tried to be a donor. Amy tried to be a donor. Unfortunately, didn't qualify or match.
When we were at the hospital, I was like, in my mind, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to give him my kidney. We'll have a nice Christmas. Everything will be okay. But when I heard back and said I wasn't a match, I think that was the day that it was sad.
Yeah. So you go from this high to heartbreak in a couple hours. So a month later, it was actually Amy's birthday. I was at work. I got a phone call from the hospital saying, hey, you have a potential, you are third on the list.
We went to bed that night, phones on, we waited. I don't think either of us slept that night. And 4:30, he got this call.
I got the call. The pandemic doesn't make anybody's life any easier. But I have a hard time complaining because I literally got a gift of life in the middle of pandemic.
And as part of his welcome home, what we did was we wrote these little Post-it notes and we stuck them on the stairs, kind of as motivation, because we knew probably the hardest thing for him as soon as he got home was going to be walking up the stairs to get to his bedroom. So we put some notes on the stairs kind of to motivate him, saying, you look really good, one more step, you're almost there. And one of the things that we also knew was that it was going to be really hard for him to come down the stairs in the morning. So when you come down the stairs in our house, we have a letter board. Actually, it's the first thing you see when you reach the kitchen. So we had fun with it.
After a transplant, you look back and think, oh my God, I was really sick. Yeah, I might have realized it, but I was. And you look back now and it's night and day. My outlook towards food, towards life, is completely 180. I'm glad that there is an organization out there to help people for the awareness, who can hold your hand, who can help you go through the journey, even if you don't need it. I'm glad there's something out there for anybody.
What an amazing story of courage and selflessness. Truly remarkable. Thank you to Feji and his entire family for sharing this unbelievable journey with all of us.